On a recent trip to Kenya, Mombasa, to partner up with our new partner there in Mombasa, Trace Kenya, I've experienced some pretty horrific experiences talking to some of the kids there, and it's just, some countries it's accepted that they can have sex with young children, and I met a young 6-year-old girl in a safe house, a government safe house now. She's been taken away from her father and her family because the father has been having sex with her since she was 3. And it just so happens that the guys at Trace Kenya, the volunteers, received a tip-off, and it worked out well. So they've taken the girl, and the girl is in government housing now, a safe house that looks after children who will be exploited and sexually abused. And just to see the young girl, she's the same age as my little boy, 6 years old, and to know that for 3 years she's been raped by her father, and the poor little girl believes her father has done nothing wrong. She keeps asking for him. When I met her, she was asking for her father to the ladies who are looking after her. She just doesn't know that what her father's been doing for 3 years is wrong. She's too young to understand it. And this is what needs to happen. There needs to be education. I met a 9-year-old boy who was in the same safe house. A few days earlier, he was raped by a Western paedophile. He couldn't walk, so he couldn't walk, so he was in a wheelchair, probably for a week because of his injuries, because of this paedophile. And it's, no kid should be going through this stuff, and I for one, I'm not going to sit here and think the world's all rosy when these kids are getting raped, and the governments are doing nothing. I met 3 teenage girls who'd been selling their body since they were 11, 12 years old. I interviewed them, 3 of them, all at once, and they were telling me horrific stories about a group of 4 or 5 Italian men raping one of the girls for money, and how rough they were and how violent they were to this young girl, and she does it for money for her family. It's just it's an experience I'll never forget, and it's one that's made me even more passionate, makes me stronger to push this PRC and my guys to try and eradicate these predators, these paedophiles who no child in this world should be sold. You just can't do it, and we need to educate people. The governments need to do more to stop these registered paedophiles in their country getting on a plane and going to Southeast Asia, going to Mombasa, many countries around the world where they're just doing it freely. And people think it's a rosy world. We'll wake up, It's time the world woke up, and we hope to do that with PRC.